So in this part, let's talk about project planning. And within planning, first we looked into the documentation of planning. In this part of our discussion, we're going to look into the scheduling of planning. So the main learning objectives in this section is to understand some of the tools for project scheduling, and these are Gantt chart, Kanban, Agile, PDM, and CPM. So let's try to understand each of these one by one now. Alright, so let's reflect on the discussion of WBS. So previously we have discussed that WBS is a diagram that sort of explains all of the tasks of the project into various levels. So first of all, on the top we have the main vision or the objective of the whole project. Then we split that into different activities, and then all of those activities are further subdivided into tasks, and then finally there will be deliverable. So WBS is a very helpful tool, and this gives us an overall picture of all of the various activities that are associated within a project. But WBS is not the entire thing, because although we have WBS as a great structure where we can see all of our tasks and activities at a glance, but here's where project management is more specialized field, where we need to develop some mechanisms, some methodologies. So there are various approaches that organizations do adopt, and let's talk about some of these one by one now, so that we understand that how the concept of WBS is further deconstructed by various scheduling tools. So one of the best tools to schedule the overall activities and tasks is Gantt chart. Now Gantt chart provides a standard format for displaying project schedule information by listing project activities and their corresponding start and finish dates in a calendar format. Some of the symbols that are included in a Gantt chart is a black diamond, which refers to a milestone, thick black bars, which refers to summary of the tasks, lighter horizontal bars that reflects on duration of the task, and arrows which shows the dependency between the tasks. So typically here is a sample of the Gantt chart, and this Gantt chart is for software launch project. So as you can see, we have used all of those different symbols like diamonds and different types of bars in dark shade or in lighter shade. So these are all used to denote the progress of the project and to what extent the project has been able to achieve the outcome within the stipulated time frame. So Gantt chart is very popular, and most of the organizations actually use Gantt chart. Another tool that is quite widely used by organizations these days is called Kanban. So Kanban is a technique that was developed by Toyota, and it's used a lot in lean manufacturing, but it's also adopted in other type of industries and organizations as well. So the basic idea of a Kanban is to make work visual so that everyone can see what tasks are currently being worked on and what their status is. And in the picture, this is like a typical Kanban chart. So in typical Kanban board, has only one task in each row and a series of progress milestones in the columns. You can use note cards or markers to show how each task is progressing, and you will find lots of different examples on the web like the Kanban cards. So Kanban actually let everyone see what's happening, and they make it easy to catch up tasks that may be stuck or that are slipping behind. Well, it's traditional to make Kanbans on a wall or whiteboard, but you can also create electronic Kanbans using like a spreadsheet, or these days there are lots of specialized software as well. In order for Kanbans to be useful, they need to be accurate. So the tasks need to describe the things people are actually working on, and the status needs to be updated very frequently. Another project management tool is called Agile, and Agile has actually become a manifesto. So see, the traditional approach to project management is often referred to as a waterfall method. And it's because that we plan everything out at the beginning, and then one step flows into the next in perfect sequence. So it sounds logical, but it can actually become rigid, bureaucratic, and hierarchical. And many environments are just too dynamic and unpredictable for that to work. That's why agile project management has become so popular, especially when it comes to software development. So, see, agile is considered as a more faster and collaborative, less bureaucratic approach to managing a project. The approach is summarized in one page document called the Agile Manifesto, which we can see here. So it includes these four main values: individuals and interactions over process and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following a plan. So the strength of Agile is that Agile focuses less on the upfront long-range planning and more on communication and short-term planning. And there's a strong emphasis on making sure that the project is delivering value to the customer, even if that means making changes in the working process.